Hey, what's up, everyone? Let's get the TikTok live going too as well. All right, sweet. Boom, there we go. And we got the free class going out tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern as well. Free class going out tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Gonna hop in and share a bunch of really good stuff, especially some auto and gate sourcing things. I doubt you guys seen before, and some general really good proc research sauce. Cool. What's up, Wahab? What up? Cool. Yeah. Let me know in chat who's here. Let me know in chat what's up. Sweet. What up? How does SellerAmp work? Yeah. So SellerAmp is the profit calculator. So it's how you calculate how good or bad a listing is to sell on Amazon with all like the shipping and the fees and stuff. And it also shows like how quick a listing sells too. Yeah. Sweet. What's up, ARC? Do you do private label? Nah, just online arbitrage. Yeah, just online arbitrage. Best Amazon analytics tool, Boxem. Yeah, boxem.com. We have a ton of really good analytics features coming soon on top of the ones we already have in Boxem. So very excited about that one. That question has me very excited there, Claudio. But yeah, Boxem, boxem.com. You can try it 2 weeks completely free. And see what's up with that. And also within Boxem, you can use the bulk ungate checker, as well as the feedback requester, the listing and the shipping, the AI Amazon Seller Assistant too that Boxem has, and everything like that, my friends. So yeah, 100%. Cool. What's up, XEY? What's up, Alicia? Charles, good to see you, brother. What's up, Chris? Yeah, Chris, you were sending some good ASINs yesterday, man. I appreciate that during SellerAmp Sell Hour, man. Sweet, what's up, Denise? Looking clean in the Wibski right there, man. Daniel says, "Hey, bro, I wanted to start Amazon FBA from India. Do I need a non-resident LLC to start?" I don't think so, but definitely go on ChatGPT and ask it for your specific state. For your specific country. I'm not super sure the international rules on stuff. Cool. What up, Freddie here? Cool. What's up? Yeah, you guys on TikTok. Muhammad, good to see you, brother. What up, Don, DJ? How much is your coaching? Yeah, dude. So we have a couple different options in terms of what goes into that, man. But if you shoot me a DM on Instagram, I'd love to fill you in on how that stuff works, because you can do like do it yourself, you can do done with you. There's a couple different options. Was it Boxem? Yeah, Boxem.com. Yeah, Boxem.com. Yep. And if you come to the free class tonight too, we're going to share a bunch of good features that Boxem has. Yep. Yeah. So the free class is going down in just about 2 hours. Do you personally do an individual or have an LLC? Yeah, LLC gang. Yeah, LLC gang. And not that like I'm not a lawyer or anything. Like I don't know your personal situation, but LLC gang personally. Hello from the UK. What's up? Hello from Southern Florida. Have you ever worked on Amazon UK? So I haven't personally, but one of my business partners actually was a monster seller on Amazon UK back in the day. The gentleman who actually started SellerAmp. What's up, Debbie? Oh wow, yeah. So I personally don't have any experience with Amazon UK, but a lot of I've seen a lot of people that have. What's up, Basir? Why do you teach people to source sales when they're often not replenishable? So they totally are replenishable. It just might be once a month. But it's just not feasible for beginners to find strictly week over week, month over month replenishable inventory as beginners. Like for example, most beginners, it's going to take 2 weeks to get their resource certificate in. You know what I mean? Like that's where a lot of their replenishable sites come from. And everything. I feel like a deal chaser on a hamster wheel, dude. Any job you do is gonna, your first couple of years is gonna be like that, man. You know what I mean? Like if you work a sales job, you're always gonna be looking for new sales, right? If you, are a teacher, you're always gonna be looking for new lessons. Like it's no different, Can you do multiple Amazon seller accounts in different countries and selling them? It would be under one account selling in those multiple countries, but yes. Yeah, but ZZ Lopez, I mean, I do get that. Like that's completely normal when you're new, man. And that's part of being new to something, dude, How to get around ungating in UK? Yeah, you just use all big websites for it. Yeah, similar to US. Yeah, similar to US. Cool. What up, Nisha? Good to see you. What's up, Pasha? Cool. So yeah, so we got the free class going on. We're going to be breaking down the 6 steps to start your Amazon business in 2026 tonight. Yeah, and then another good resource too is the video I posted yesterday on how to find your first product to sell as a beginner. Do you remember your first product you sold? Yes, it was a pair of sneakers. Yeah, a pair of sneakers. I feel a bit stuck doing the same thing, buying from places like Toyota. Any tips to break out what the next step would be? Yeah, watch the video I posted yesterday and storefront stock from those listings. Yeah. Do you recommend private label from China? Nah. That's way too complicated and expensive for beginners. Yeah, do not recommend private label for beginners. Do you ever get products from Alibaba? I mean, that totally works, but it's just called private label. It's a different business model. I like online arbitrage, just buying from Kohl's, Walmart, Target, that kind of stuff. If I'm doing RA, how do I get the products ungated? Buy them from OA websites, right? So something in that brand or that category that's then going to unlock the entire brand or category. Yeah, I do not recommend PL for beginners. Not recommend PL for beginners. How reliable is the L line? Very good question on Keybot. I'd say honestly, like very, very reliable, to be honest. I mean, you can see how frequently it's there and everything, but yeah, I mean, definitely very, very reliable. Yeah, totally reliable. Cool. Yep. Yeah. Oh, dude, your football player. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes like ungating with RA might require buying, or in most cases, it requires buying it from a big website, then just like returning the product or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. That yellow line to keep us very good for sure. Do I need a business credit card to get tax exemption? No, that's a myth. Yeah, you don't need to. Want to get started back on Amazon? Where should I go? Yeah, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Any legit website should work for ungating, right? Yes, but it's going to take about 10 to 20 denials per brand. Yeah. How many leads do you have in your database after all these years? I've sold 7,000 unique SKUs, of which probably about 3,000 are arbitrage. Yeah. Do you recommend I use FBM to test products before sending to FBA in bulk? Assuming those listings have lots of FBM stars, yes. Yeah, assuming those listings have lots of FBM stars, yes. But no, if those listings don't, right? Everything, you can FBA everything, but you can only FBM stuff that you can see other sellers FBMing. Yeah. Other half is wholesale. Nah, books, bro. I sold a lot of books when I was a beginner. Yeah. Yep. Found a ton of ungates in Boxem. Still can't find anything I can make profitable. I'm a new seller. Okay. Yeah. So the nice thing is you're totally on the right track, right? You just have to make sure that those are all-in arbitrage products. So really the best way to use the bulk ungate checker is like do it as I'm doing in my latest YouTube video I posted, where you copy and paste over some ASINs at the given time. I do think OARA, I don't think OARA works. You can't get invoiced, so you 100% can. But you don't need them. You just use the order confirmation emails. Yeah. 3K SKUs in books. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this a while, man. You know what I mean? But books have substantially more SKUs than other types of stuff because you're getting like one-offs from thrift stores and stuff. You know what I mean? It's not 2025. What about that? Oh, is that the name on there? Why do some products auto-engage? The brand says cease and desist. I thought Amazon, the brand coordinate. They do not. They do not. Yeah. It's Amazon that doesn't. Do you still package your own stuff? Nah, prep centers, man. Prep centers. How are you still able to find leads? I feel like I've seen everything. Dude, okay. So ZZ Lopez, like, you know, you have seen nowhere close to everything. There's hundreds of millions of products on Amazon. ZZ, like if you go to the sellers on the listings you're selling on that have like 50 or 500, 1,000 plus reviews, you're instantly going to see thousands of new items. Do you recommend selling high ticket products like sofas, mattresses, etc.? It gets complicated with shipping. People don't really buy that stuff on Amazon, to be honest. Hey, buddy, what up, Michael? Yes, sir. Of course, man. Of course. Can you post the video where you show how to enter the parameters on Keepa Pro? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to post a link. So that's the Boxem auto and gate sourcing workshop from last week. I'm going to send over a link. Damn, it's got 1,000 views already. That's fire. Yeah, it's available for free on the Boxem channel. Sweet, of course, yep. What are the pros and cons working with Master? Never heard of that, honestly. Nah, so that would be for private label. Yeah, OA and RA would be for that. You'll hear like your echo, like your cell speaker. What do you mean by that? Found an item that I could sell when I went in the store and scanned it. Didn't show the product. Is it fine to still sell it? Yeah, just make sure it's the same thing in the picture. Pros and cons of sending products to a prep center versus sending it to your house and we ship it to Amazon. Really, the only pro of doing it yourself would be that you can just handle it all from a speed perspective. Prep center is almost always going to be better, but typically when you're a beginner, you're not really like fully committed to the industry, and a lot of prep centers won't take beginners right off the bat. So it's very important to go ahead and you know, just get going with that, you know. Yes, sir. Yeah, like 15 to 17%. Yeah, and then a couple more percentage points for some cash back and stuff. I'm in inbound. Oh, yeah. So yeah, with that, you just count that in SellerAmp. So like all the listings you see in my YouTube videos, all of that is after shipping. Yeah. At what point do you have to stop doing to scale? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Z Lopez. Bro, I already answered it. Relax, Justin. Damn, Justin. I said 15 to 17% plus some extra for cash back. We gotta calm down, man. Where do you find suppliers? Just Google, man. Yeah, so just Googling products there. Yeah. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you. Yeah, my boy fired up there. Yeah. Should we take real life photos of the product to use AI? The nice thing is all the listings already exist. So they already have all the photos and stuff that you need. Yeah, so you're good to go on that. What's your steps in screening legit suppliers? Mainly checking Trustpilot and Google reviews. Hey, Justin does mean business facts. How to find ungated products. Yeah, come to the free class tonight. Definitely come to the free class tonight. I'll drop the link in chat. And then also, I mean, if you're using the bulk ungate checker on Boxem and looking at actual online arbitrage products, you're gonna be able to find a lot. Ungating, what's the new method? How days back you can submit a picture of a foot and it was ungated? I don't know about that one, man. I mean, maybe that would work, but I don't know about that one. Let's go. The missus just got approved for the resale certificate. Let's go. Right. So now that you got that resale certificate, once it comes in, you can submit that to avoid paying sales tax on Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's. How many sellers do you look inside a listing? A very good question. Typically at least like the first 10. Yeah. I hear Amazon may be blocking Amazon sellers from selling on TikTok. I don't know about that one. Can you add a feature in SellerAmp that shows last time you opened a product while doing storefront stalking? So we do already have that. Just scroll to the bottom and you'll see history. What you'll want to do, ZZ Lopez, I really like the way you're thinking, is pull that in your panels, move that to the top. Yeah, so that you can access it really easy. Best way to reverse source, really just making sure actually looking at online arbitrage products and starting out from there. Yeah. Any way to filter Home Depot? It seems like they're not a filter options. Yeah, don't worry about manual sourcing. That's going to be way too hard for beginners. They do tax exempt though. They do tax exempt, which is nice. I actually found two good auto ungate leads on Home Depot this morning, which was fire. I sometimes forget what procs I looked at and end up double dipping. Yeah, I mean, the key is as you start to expand further into different brands, you like expand within a brand. That like I know someone who has like I've seen a dude with 500 listings from Gap, but it's like he'll be on like a bunch of different sizes of a specific hoodie. You know what I mean? Like red, black, red, medium, black, small, black double XL, etc. I'm a new seller. I have a couple questions. Talk to me. The new ungating software is insane. Thank you so much, bro. Dude, I'm glad you like it, man. I'm glad you like it indeed. Very, very glad you like it. Very, very glad you like it. I'm going to send that over to the team right now. Best way to keep track on products? Yes, Boxem. Yeah. Online arbitrage. Better than Lowe's in terms of pricing. I mean, it's different types of products, but yes, I'd say definitely, yeah. Since Amazon no longer accepts big box retail receipts, they do. Otherwise, all these listings would have no sellers. They do. Tips for tax season. Listen to the Buy Box Bandits podcast episodes with Chris Potter. Yeah, listen to the BBB episodes with the man Chris Potter. How much need to start? Like 1 to 2K. Yeah, like 1 to 2K. Go and be the wave. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't lose much starting just because, like, you know, even if it doesn't end up being that profitable a specific item you're selling, you can still sell to break even pretty easily. What are some necessary items for FBA, like label printer and others? Yeah. If you search Flips for Miles Supplies on YouTube, you'll see a good video on there. Not for ungating though. Yes, it does. Yeah, yes, it does. Otherwise, there'd be so many listings with no sellers. You just have to understand that getting declined 10 to 20 times per brand is normal. Is it better to create your own brand? If you have 20 grand to start, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait for our one-on-one this week. Hell yes. Hell yes. Class tonight. Yeah, man. Yep. At 7 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Eastern. Do you host classes weekly? It's like every 2 weeks. It'd be 2 weeks. And then like the people that I coach, I work with every day. How many aces to make 50K a month in revenue? Nah, like 50 to 100 is typically enough. To find 2 back items, can we buy it individually and pack 2 together? Yes. Very, very good question. It's going to make you lots of money. Yes, you totally can. Yeah, you totally can. The forums are confirming. Nah, don't worry about what you see on the Amazon seller forums. Those people don't know what they're talking about. Those are people that get declined once and think that ungating doesn't work because of that. When in fact, you'll typically get denied 10 to 20 times per brand, but if you keep submitting, you'll get it through. You ever created a private label brand? Yes, actually, but with like I invested in one. Yo, what up, Austin? Damn, Austin, that is nice to see you pop up right there, man. Resubmitting. You don't need to change much, but just add in anything else you can add in there, How much for mentoring? Yes, a couple different options. Feel free to DM on Instagram. Common mistakes new sellers make. Really, the biggest one is just not being active in the Amazon community and just solely working on their own, That and then thinking that you find items good, not make items good. That's another huge one too. And then also starting with private label and wholesale. Yeah, definitely starting with private label and wholesale. If a listing is 10 pack of 1, can I sell 2 packs 5? Yes. Yeah. Yep. How long have you been on Amazon? 2019 for books and then 2021 for arbitrage. Yeah. How to find AutoEngate products. Hey, come to the free class and check out the YouTube video I posted yesterday. Yeah. This is like the 6th FBA live I've seen. I taught all those people that you saw on live talking about FBA. So you don't recommend wholesale for beginners? Yeah, nah, online arbitrage is going to be way better. Yeah, online arbitrage is going to be way better. How do we send 2 packs? Yeah, in most cases, you'll put them in a poly bag together. If not, you'll bubble wrap it. Yeah. Do you still sell on Amazon? Yeah, I mean, dude, I've got a private label doing really well. Does the product need to begin the manufacturer box? If it's like fancy packaging, yes. If not, then no. 30K a month, holy shit. Hazmat items, totally cool. Yeah, you just have to make sure you're FBMing them because you're not going to be able to FBA them when you're new. Cool. All right, sweet. So I'm going to hop off now and go get ready for the free class. If you're interested in that, just go to go.thefbaroadmap.com/register. If you're watching on YouTube, it's also in the description. And if you're watching on TikTok and you're new to the game, check out my YouTube content for more good stuff too. Y'all have a good one. See you later. See you later.